BioS3 Raw TV. I get this specific question, honestly, through email and instant message, direct message, or whatever you want to call it, at least like 100 times a week, maybe more, to be totally honest with you. And I'm absolutely shocked. I went through the videos and I can't find that I actually covered it. So I was wondering, I was like, what the fuck? Maybe I should just cover this. Maybe I have covered it in a vlog or something and it's not direct so people can't find it. And that is like people sending me the pictures of what they look like now and saying like, what should I do? And I always respond with the same thing. I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter what I think you should do. What do you want to do? And, you know, they'll reply like, well, I want to be huge and I want to be lean. Okay, everybody wants to be huge and lean. Right now, you know, whatever you look like, if you want to be leaner, get leaner. And then the person came back and said, well, I'm only 145 pounds. And so said, I'm like, there's the problem. So said. Now, here we have people that, you know, are having a hard time getting where they need to be. They have questions. They have direction that they need from people. And they have people telling them things that have no fucking basis other than just shit spewing from their mouth, period. I can't put it any plainer than that. And I had one guy say that he told the kid, or the guy told him, it was a kid, the guy told him that if he doesn't work out at the same time every fucking day, he won't gain weight. Which means if it's like 3 o'clock, he needs to stay at 3 o'clock for his entire training cycle for the rest of his life, or he'll never make gains. So if he trains at 12:30 one day, 5 o'clock the next, 9 in the morning, like he would not gain weight. And I'm like, based on fucking what? Where the fuck is this shit coming from? So the question I get, like, what should I do? So I look at the person's physique, and maybe to me they look lean enough, right? Or maybe to me they look a little too fat, right? They have their body fat's a little too high. So if their body fat's a little too high and they want to bulk and they're not concerned with gaining fat, then just bulk. If they're, you know, 145 pounds and they consider themselves thin but they're not lean enough and they're like, wow, I don't know if I really want to go down in weight, don't diet. Like, it really doesn't matter what anyone thinks. There is somewhat rules, but there's nothing set in stone with this shit. You know, and even right now, like what you look like, you may not be happy with later. You know, you may be like, well, I'm not happy now, so I'm gonna diet. And then you diet down, you're like, well, I'm not happy, dieted down, I want to go back up and weight. Like, it changes all the time, but there's no rules. And I think that everybody looks to other people, like you look to other coaches or even just a big guy at the gym, whatever the case may be, and you ask these people what you should do. And I get it, like you're trying to learn. I absolutely get it. But here's the deal. If you ask 10 different people what you should do, you're going to get probably 10 different answers, at least 5 different answers. Maybe 2 of them each would, you know, agree with each other, but you're going to get different answers. So why not go up to somebody, and I say pose this question. If you're going to go up to somebody at the gym or a coach or whatever, you say, I want to be leaner. What should I do? That's a whole different thing rather than what should I do, get leaner or get bigger. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. What do you want to do? Once you figure out what you want to do, then you ask the question, you know, I want to get bigger. What should I do? And let the person look at you and go, all right, your body fat's a little bit high, so we don't really want to pack on too much more fat. So we're going to try to lean bulk. You know what I mean? Or if you're like, you know, I want to get leaner. What should I do? And they look at you and they go, okay, you're very lean already, but you want to get even leaner? Okay, what's your diet like? Okay, maybe we should make these adjustments like this. Like, it'll be much more efficient and you'll save a lot of time if you go to them with your goal already in mind. Like, you already know what you want, you know, but the problem is somebody gets in your ear and starts fucking next thing you know, you don't know what the fuck you want to do. Of course you want to know what you want to do. You want to be huge and lean, right? So this is my personal opinion. This is what I personally think. Over going through this shit for years and years and years and seeing the same shit over and over again and working with thousands of athletes throughout the years, legitimately, you try to stay as lean as you possibly can. And that means you diet down to where you look lean. Like, you look like a physique competitor. Not shredded, but lean. You know, very lean. Your skin is thin. You have a full set of abs. You get some veins in your abs and stuff. You look lean, okay? Once you get down there, then you start to add muscle. Now, some people add it faster than others, but worst case scenario, you add muscle slowly so that you stay lean and increase your muscle mass. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you are bigger and leaner at the same time. Rather than trying to bulk up and gain a bunch of fat and diet it off and you're losing muscle with it, I did that for years. I was banging my head against the wall, but I was being told by the bigger guys, you gotta eat to get big, and then you gotta fucking starve to diet, and you gotta do your fucking 2.5 hours of cardio. It didn't work for me and most of my clients. So staying lean, I really feel like, actually, you know, Al Thurston, my very first bodybuilding mentor ever, told me, and Donnie, get lean. Get lean, stay lean, don't get fat, gain your weight, you know, slowly while you're lean. That's what he told me when I was like 17 years old. I didn't listen. Like, I had the key at 17 from somebody who knew what the fuck they were talking about. I didn't listen. Fast forward to 2012, I was working with Phil Hernan, And Phil kept saying the same thing. In your off season, you're getting too heavy. Then you got to diet down. It's a big pain in the ass. You have to make a big push, and you're losing some muscle in that time. This off season, eat better foods. Take care of your macros. And make sure you don't gain a bunch of fat in the off season. That was like fucking 22 years later after what Al told me. But in between, there were those motherfuckers that said, eat, drink a whole gallon of milk a day, put fucking peanut butter in your shakes, eat throughout the fucking night. There were those guys that were having me do all that shit. Like, put whole cream, cream directly in your milkshake. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I look back down, I'm like, holy fuck, I made myself fat so many times. Like, why? It didn't matter. What did I want to do? Well, I wanted to be huge, but I didn't feel good fatter. So I should have been leaner. I should have said, look, I just want to stay lean and I'll get bigger as I go. But I didn't do that. I listened to the other people around me. So be aware. There's going to be people in your ear all the time of what they think you should do. It doesn't matter what I think you should do. It doesn't matter what he thinks you should do. It doesn't matter what she thinks you should do. It matters what you want to fucking do. So really sit down and think about it and look deep inside yourself and find out what you want to do and take it from there. Biockickz@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biockickz.com is a blog. It's the do what you want to do bicep, and we're out.